Here you see the model K98, or that's the 98. You see the eagle here with the serial number. And then I guess that's a proof mark of some kind. And then on these Russian captures, you'll usually see an X of some kind. And I think that's what this is here. Also on top, you'll usually see the code number, which will be specific to the manufacturer for the barrel and receiver. This was made in 1940. You can't see it very well here. I'll have some other pictures for it in a minute, but there's a barely discernible 2, then a 4, then a 3. And that was the code for a Berlin manufacturer called Borrigswald, I think. That's how you pronounce it. And the reason I was able to confirm that is even though I couldn't read the numbers very well, these codes here, these proofs, have 3 eagles with number 26 underneath them, and those were also unique to that manufacturer. And then there looks like there's a, I don't know if that's a Jewish star or what, but there's a proof there of some kind, I think. Then here you have, let's see, you have some numbers here. It looks like it says 713, come on, focus, 713, then a little 39, then a D, and then an O, and then another WaffenAmt, a very small one. It's barely discernible there, and that looks like a 26 as well there, and here as well, and here too, I guess. So. And then we have some other marks here. It looks like there's a G up here. I have some other footage that's going to look better for that. I think that's pretty much most of the markings you're going to see on the actual barrel itself. So let's take some pictures here. Oh, and then you might see some markings down here too, like there's a number 2 here, and looks like there's a 3 or maybe a B and an O and an S, and then there's it looks like a pi symbol right here. I don't know what that is. And then you have a few more scratches and marks of one kind or another. I don't know what those are, but in any event, that's it there. Alright, and then sometimes you'll also notice if you look in your barrel, Once you get all the cosmoline cleaned out, you'll see a serial number there. This one looks like it says 53245. Which doesn't match this one at all. So that should be a clue that these are not the same, probably not the same wood stocks. More than likely, I don't know. Who knows for sure. Okay, let's start reassembling this gun again. I want to start out like this here. We're going to put this barrel and receiver on top. Make sure it's nice and tight. And we're going to turn it upside down, still holding it from underneath so it will stay in place. Then we'll take our magazine and trigger housing. I'm looking on there to see if there are any codes, and I do not see any of any kind, which is kind of odd. You know, these Germans were pretty good about marking their stuff, and I don't see anything on here, so. Well, we'll just have to go and assume that there's nothing there, so. Let's put the first screw in. It shouldn't take too long at all. Like that. Get this screwdriver falling off the table here. Come on, get in there. Okay. We'll take the magazine follower and magazine plate, put that in there, hook it in, or right before we hook it in, position it so like you're about to slide it in, squeeze down that button and kind of wedge it in there like that. Yep, it's working fine, so it looks good there. We'll turn it over, put the handguard back on here. Let's move this over a little bit. Put the handguard back on. I'm going to take this barrel band here. You know, I looked for other markings on there. There really weren't any except this 24 and 31, which I'll have a close-up for a little bit. But you want this strap on this side here, so on the side where the bolt is, so make sure you do that, slide it through, and it slides right on, nice and easy. Take the spring, now make sure with the spring that the little button there, or the little tip, is down here on this side, because that's where it's going to need to be. I'm going to put this down here, move the camera.